We got notes today. We going in. I'm over here wondering, can you handle the truth? The game is too good today. There will be many lessons. I hope you all have your notepad and take these lessons to heart. I read some comments that I thought were very curious, and it was worth addressing because it spoke to a very common opinion. And in this case, a common opinion that is quite wrong. It's in response to this video. A member sent a super chat last live session, and they stated that they had just finished having intercourse with a young lady. Then she turns around and calls him ugly right after he had asked her to rub his scalp. Laid his head in her lap, asked her to rub his scalp, and then she says, "You ugly." And then you have a host of undesirable males or uneducated, uninformed males in the chat saying things that are completely and utterly wrong. So wrong that I thought it was worth correcting. So let's go ahead and get to this work. This can be a long one or a short one. Got a lot of game fully loaded. Before we get going, let us start with our tradition. Show love to those who show love to you. May I first acknowledge, shout out to Andre, first person to come in. He writes tuition for the live. Thank you, sir. Mark writes, peace of the saints, tuition. Thank you for arming us with the techniques necessary to combat these hair-hatted hooligans. Oh, I wish it was only the hair hats that are behaving like animals and thinking like fools. Shout out to Saul, supporting the work, came in via PayPal. May I also acknowledge Miles. He writes, peace of the saints, Mr. Burton, your recent member live on everything in American society is corrupt. I thought I was the only one noticing this decline in integrity on every level. I went to the dentist recently and they tried to scam me saying I have 4 cavities and they will need fillings. Oh yes, I've seen the same kind of scam. To this day, I have not one cavity. There was a time I was in Southern California and I went to a dentist, Persian dentist, of Iranian descent. And they said that I had 3 cavities. I thought, gee, that's peculiar. And then I went to another dentist and they're like, you have no cavities. You don't even have the beginnings of cavities. So yes, they get paid for that. And that is the unfortunate thing. He writes, I went to the dentist recently. They tried to scam me saying I have 4 cavities. I know this is a lie because I brush and floss my teeth frequently and I feel no pain in my teeth. The people are sweating, but haven't denied the AC has been tampered with. Keep preaching this ism. Thank you, sir. May I also acknowledge, shout out to Michael. Writes, I appreciate you. Thank you very much, Michael. It really feels good to be appreciated. And so often, especially when we're not among good people, we lack appreciation. So I thank you for that. Dominic comes in, writes, peace to the saints, tuition. Dominic, I did want to talk to you. I want to encourage you on your second version of the hat. I think you're doing it in green velvet. If you would reduce the size of the MDB black flag on there or whatever color flag you put on there, just reduce it a bit more on the order of what the other MDB hats have, just for consistency. Shout out to Joseph, writes, tuition. Appreciate you as well. Always consistent. Shout out to Nick. He writes, tuition for the live. Thankful for you and the Sasson family. Peace of the saints indeed. And shout out to Nick, a leader in the Las Vegas section. And this organization of ours is a leadership organization. It is an organization for men and women striving for excellence in the areas of health, wealth, and relationships. A global organization, and it only operates because of folks like you who make this a real community. I also acknowledge Aaron, a new member, as well as Pitched Pitchers. Shout out to those folks just coming in, a part of this thing of ours. We welcome you warmly. I also acknowledge Mael, writes, loved the Sasson exercise program. Peace to the saints. Yes, indeed. And this is a part of our culture. This is what we do every day. We threw in a lot of clips there to show me exercising around the world in various places, from Jersey to Thailand to Latvia to Czech Republic, so that you know, it doesn't matter if you're on vacation, holiday, on a break, on sick leave. You need to get your work in. It is our culture. Yes, indeed. Now, let's go ahead and get to this work. Here we go. So let it be known that honesty is the persistent challenge for humankind, and the most productive and upright of us seek to surmount this daily challenge. First among those you must be honest with is yourself. In protecting our ego, we often lie to ourselves, protecting the ego while making a sacrifice of our quality of life and our future. Now, what does he mean? Well, if you lie to yourself and say that this woman is an okay woman when she's really not, your quality of life will be low because you have a woman who is worthless. Your future will be drab because you have a wife and a mother of your child who will not serve you, and who will cause you to suffer. Does it make sense now? When we, as men, suffer disrespect at the hands of a female, it is because we have first disrespected ourselves in most cases. And sometimes it was in front of the woman by not holding a standard for ourselves and for her. And in other cases, it's that we showed unimpressive habits or lack of discipline, which is to say, she learned to disrespect you from you. You showed yourself no regard, no respect. When you're dealing with bosses, you'll notice certain things about them. They're very particular. Things have to be up to standard. They'll call things out. They have high expectations of themselves and those around them. And that's why people don't play with bosses. They already know what it is off rip. Why would there be an ish test when everything about you is A1 from day one? So why would she ever question that unless you're a questionable character, huh? That's the part people don't want to talk about. The ish test concept is an apology of the beta male instinct. The lost, weak male dating coach misinforms you. They assert that the female is testing you. As it turns out, she is not my teacher, and surely I am not her student. Therefore, there shall be no test. This test concept has the underlying suggestion that the female does not believe you are confident, strong, or authentic. It's a question of who you are. I don't believe you, is what she says. And what do you do when you are the weak male? You start tap dancing to prove yourself to a woman. Wow. That's pretty bad. She says, I don't believe you, instead of you saying, who are you? Be gone. Leave my presence. I'll find another. Surely there's others in line waiting right now. But instead you start tap dancing so that you can pass her ish test. Extraordinary. In submitting to her test, you participate in your own degradation. The ish test concept is an easy way for you to accept, the ish test concept is easy for many to accept because it gives a favorable explanation to what you are currently doing or your instinct to take the easy way out. I repeat, you're like, yeah, that must be an ish test. I just got to prove myself. She's just testing me. And so you prove yourself, which is to say you tap dance for the female. You try to impress the female as though she's up here, as though she's your boss. You need to impress her. I did a good job, huh, boss? And the reason you like that ish test concept, you accept it because it gives euphemism. It's a favorable interpretation of your need to impress abroad, of your need to be good enough, of your need to bow down to what she demands of you. Your instinct to take the easy way out. Give her what she asks. That's why you like that concept. That concept is easier than me telling you you're a man. You're strong. You bow down to no one. You answer to no one. You give her the test. You don't take the test. You give the test. If there's someone to be taught, it's her. If there's someone doing the teaching, it's you. Yes, it's a little harder when I tell you to stomp down on her neck, huh? Because you've never done it before. It's a higher level of dominance and masculinity. You're scared of it. So you take the easy way. You do the feminine thing. And you bow down. You yield to her ish test. And this comical concept. You're so effeminate, you listen to dating coaches, or how about this, pickup artists who don't even do pickup, talking about, I'll wait for her to give me the choosing signals. I thought you're a pickup artist. Go pick up the woman that you want. Why are you waiting for her to give you the sign to come get it? Then who's the leader at that point? Who's the leader at that point? Come on now. And mind you, Don't be goofy in my chat. If you have a real comment, use the information below and send it in because you mean it. Don't be a goofball. Be a serious man. Huh? And if you're not serious enough to send it in to ask your question, shut up and take this free game and click the like button while you're watching. Huh? There's your ish test. Click the like button while you're watching. Now let's get back to this ism. Huh? Unadulterated, pure cocaine. Carrying on. What your game gurus may call an ish test is often disrespect. I admonish you to be serious men. I always have. Though a woman may want a man who can make them laugh, they would prefer a man who can make them wet. And that will undoubtedly be the serious man, not the goofball. Huh? Do not be a goofball and do not allow a broad to treat you like a goofy. Huh?